across the area, keeping an eye on conditions tonight.
But we want to start with team coverage from the 24-hour tracking center.
Live from the 24-hour tracking center, this is a winter weather alert.
Well, the strongest winds are going to be occurring this evening. I just stepped out in the parking lot. It's pretty icy out there. Freezing rain continues to come down. The winter storm warning will continue until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning for most of us. If you're in the counties that border Indiana, this is a freezing rain advisory. And in the counties here along I-94, we have the warning continues until 4 a.m. instead of 6 a.m. Here's a look at Storm Track Live, and as you can see, we've got in the blue color some sleet falling north of Kent County. From Grand Rapids off to the south, it is mainly just some freezing rain right now, and then to the south down toward Indiana, the green color indicates that we have just some rain there as temperatures are above freezing. There's a wider view, and you can see we got some fairly heavy rain yet in western Illinois. I don't think we pick up on the heaviest rain, but it certainly will be pretty continuous and very icy here during the evening period. We're at 26 Grand Rapids, still 29 Kalamazoo and 28 Battle Creek. Temperature has made it to 33 at Coldwater. We finally got somebody up above the freezing mark. Temperatures should rise to around 32 by the midnight hour here in Grand Rapids. Terry, I just saw we had a gust of 49 in Grand Rapids within the past 15 minutes. It's howling out there.
It definitely is, and that's a huge part of the weather story. We've got a persistent easterly wind which has continued to strengthen and will actually strengthen over about the next hour or two before gradually we'll start to see the winds diminish. As you can see, this is the live view from our Holland Sky Cam looking at our Boatworks restaurant. Of course, the activity evident here with the American flag. You can also notice that there is snow on the ground, so ground temperatures are getting a little colder as well. These are current sustained winds, as we say, that easterly wind sustained at about 20 to 30 miles per hour, and the current gust as of the 6 o'clock hour to 37 miles per hour in Grand Rapids, 43 in Muskegon, 40 in Holland. As we move through the next several hours, notice what happens to the wind speed and direction on the Futurecast computer models here. You can see by 8 o'clock winds start to diminish just a little bit, ever so slowly here through the evening hours. By 9 o'clock, sustained winds should be about 20 to 25 miles an hour, a little bit stronger and gustier than that just to the north of the I-96 corridor. By 11 o'clock, sustained winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And by daybreak tomorrow, look at what happens. Those winds switching around to more of a southerly direction, and the sustained winds will be down to at least 15 miles per hour or less. So temperatures will warm and those winds will be diminishing. So improving conditions after midnight, but the next couple of hours will be absolutely treacherous. Evan, Marley.
All right, Terry, thank you for that. Throughout the last hour, we have been warning you about conditions out on the roadways.
24-hour News 8's Joe LaFurgey is driving right now in Kent County, and he's joining us now with another update. Joe?
Hey, Marley, good evening from the S-curve, the southbound S-curve, US 131 through downtown Grand Rapids. And as you can see, traffic is moving, but very slowly. We're our speed right now about 30 miles an hour, which is a safe speed. At least it appears for the traffic conditions we're experiencing right now. Earlier when we came to you, about in the 5 o'clock hour, it was more of those slushy pellets coming down, which has transitioned to a kind of a rain mix right now. That nice sheet of ice that we talked about all day that we were expecting has not formed. There's more of a snow layer on top, but that could be deceiving. You could hit a patch of a roadway that could have that ice under it, so you really need to be careful out here and take it easy if you have to be out at all for this evening. Of course, we haven't counted on those winds that are starting to pick up now. That could change things as well. Road crews throughout Kent County, throughout the city of Grand Rapids, throughout Kent County, throughout West Michigan, they have been ready for this. And while crews are ready to respond, it may be a slow process depending on how icy it is.
You can't steer them and you can't stop them because it's on a sheet of ice. So it doesn't matter if it's your car or that truck, they're going to be going slow speeds. And again, we put chains virtually on the front and the back so we have traction and can steer the truck if it gets as bad as what they're saying.
So with that in mind, the best advice tonight, if you don't have to go out, don't. Stay at home and stay safe. Live in Kent County, Joe LaFurgey, 24-hour News 8.
All right, Joe, thank you. Be sure to stay safe out there. Now let's get to Ken Kolker. He is in Kalamazoo County tonight. And Ken, what are the conditions like there?
Now we're in the area of N Avenue and Sprinkle Road, not too far from the Kalamazoo County Road Commission, and it's been pretty much the same story since mid-morning. Freezing rain or a sleet that actually hits your face and hurts. Now it's actually starting to pile up, starting to accumulate into this fine powder, and it's also starting to cling to windshields. So, how's it going?
Not good.
Not unlike lots of others around Kalamazoo, Chris Lanier was faced with a thickening coat of ice. So you're winning the battle or you're losing the battle?
Right now I think it's probably a tie because I done been to my van a few times just to keep warm.
Yeah, okay.
But this is not fun at all.
But at least so far, the roads aren't as bad as they could be if this had been all freezing rain. The Kalamazoo County Road Commission says it's the kind of storm that is most challenging for road crews.
We don't know the type of precipitation hour by hour. We could be treating for an ice event and then it changed to rain and or snow, and we have to adjust our application rates of our salt and salt sand material.
But he says they prepared as best they could. They sent out their entire fleet at 7:30 this morning, a few hours before the storm hit.
We really like to get out there before the event starts, particularly with the ice, really trying to get some de-icer out there just as that event starts.
So far, police are reporting few major problems on the roads. Salt was also in demand at Nelson's Hardware in Portage, but after a mostly salt-free winter so far, there's plenty to go around.
But up until today, they haven't needed it, so, I don't blame them. I guess they don't want to waste the money on it if they don't need it, but
yeah.
For sure, people have been waiting till the last second to get it, so.
Now, I don't know if you can see, but these trees are becoming coated with ice. Now, that's the big concern, is that these trees would get thick with ice, and the heavy winds, might actually knock some branches down and perhaps take out some power. But they're not as thick as the ice has been on the windshield so far, so that's probably good news. Live in near Kalamazoo, Ken Kolker, 24-Hour News 8.
All right, Ken. Stay safe on that drive up north. Thank you for that report.